Hey everyone, welcome back to Verve Visionary. Today we're going to talk about something that we all face in life, knowing the right thing to do, but still sometimes choosing the wrong path. Why does that happen? Why do we often find ourselves at a crossroads, knowing what's right, but taking a detour? Let's dive into it. In life, we all face moral dilemmas, whether it's in relationships, at work, or even in everyday situations. And while we may know the right thing to do, sometimes we struggle to follow through. This can come from fear, a desire for comfort, or even social pressure. I'll give you an example from my own life. I was in a relationship for quite some time, and I realized that I didn't want to have children with that person. Now, just for context, I already have kids, but I also knew that this woman wanted that experience, and it wasn't fair for me to take that away from her. It was a really hard decision to end the relationship. I loved her, but I knew it was the right thing to let her go, so she could choose her own path. It broke her heart, and that was tough to see. But in hindsight, I believe it was the right thing to do. Later on in life, I realized I didn't want to have more kids at all, so that decision gave both of us the freedom to pursue lives aligned with our values. But why is it so difficult to do the right thing, even when we know what it is? Sometimes it's fear of the consequences or fear of hurting someone. Other times, it's because doing the right thing requires sacrifice, discomfort, or confrontation. At work, I've also faced moral dilemmas. I once worked in a country where I had constant issues with HR because I wanted to reward and promote the people who worked hard for me. However, due to their backgrounds, HR resisted those changes. I had to fight for months just to get the people I believed in promoted. It was a constant uphill battle, but I knew it was the right thing to do for the people who had earned those positions. Sometimes, though, the temptation to choose the easier path is strong. There have been situations in my relationships where I've seen others take the easier way out. For example, one of my ex-partners would often keep extra change when she was given the wrong amount at a store. For me, that goes against one of my core values, honesty. I always return the money because at the end of the day, it's not mine. But for her, it was just a mistake on the cashier's part. And this is what I mean when I say that sometimes people know the right thing to do, but still don't do it. For me, it's my values that guide my decisions. The older I get, the more I realize that these values, honesty, compassion, integrity, are non-negotiable. And I've learned that having friends or partners who share those same values is critical. Hobbies, interests, and personalities can differ, but values, those have to align. Otherwise, it's just too difficult. But here's the thing, doing the right thing, even when it's hard, builds integrity. It builds self-respect. Over time, those hard choices make you stronger, more confident in who you are, and they build trust with the people around you. Because when you stand by your values, people know where you stand. So, how do we make sure we're doing the right thing more often, even when it's hard? Pause and reflect. Before acting on impulse, take a moment to reflect on the situation. Ask yourself, what's the right thing to do here? Not just the easiest thing? Think long-term. Sometimes the wrong choice feels good in the moment, but the right choice is what helps you grow in the long term. Stick to your values. Your values are your compass. In moments of doubt, think about whether your actions are aligning with the person you want to be. Overcome the fear of consequences. Don't let fear drive your decisions. Yes, doing the right thing might lead to temporary discomfort, but the long-term benefits far outweigh. At the end of the day, staying true to your values is what guides you through life. It's hard sometimes, but every time you choose the right thing, even when it's difficult, you're building the kind of life you can be proud of. Thanks for tuning in today. Remember, life isn't about perfection. It's about doing the best you can and staying true to who you are. See you in the next video.